Welcome traders to our midweek technical analysis video. So jumping straight into things here from where the market opened up, which is going to be this level here. As you can see throughout the first day on Monday, throughout the first Asian session, throughout the London session, and throughout the New York session, all the way into the second Asian session of the week, up until the level, up until the second London session at 7 o'clock on Tuesday, we saw bullish momentum with price creating this new all-time high at 3,870. From there, price dropped down, retracing through the London session, and then as we crept closer and closer to that New York session, we started to see some bullish momentum enter the markets again. As you can see, price then continued throughout that New York session into the Asian session. And then again, stopping somewhere near the start of the London session today, another enormous amount of bullish pressure, with the most recent all-time high being 3,895. From there, then we saw price begin to stumble. We've seen sellers enter within the market, and as you can see, price is currently testing at around the level of 3,864, give or take. So there's a couple interesting things that I want to point out here. One, let me just mark this in a red so it's a little bit clearer. So there's a couple things that I want to point out here. One being the fact that we have no points of interest in and around these levels. So that is what I'm going to do now. So I'm going to mark this level in here as our most recent all-time high, forgetting any of this information here. And you can also see that price came down to this level and tested it as a support. So testing as a support on previous resistance, just our standard strategy, indicating to us that it is definitely a level to take into account psychologically anyway. Again, next level that we're going to be looking at is going to be the current level that we are trading at. So obviously we created another all-time high at this level here, which is 3,870. So the interesting thing is, as you can see, with what the market is currently doing right now, I should put it full screen so we can see a little bit clearer. You can see that price is beginning to sort of, so we're seeing candlesticks open up, and then come back, retrace, and then sort of finish in suit with this, with where the market closed on this candlestick here. The same sort of thing here. So you see the price open up, and then you see price wick itself back up, and then finishing sort of where the market closed on this candlestick. And then the same thing here. You can see that price pushed itself down and then pushed itself back up. And then the same thing here. This hourly candlestick has just started. You can see price pushing itself down and then wicking itself back up, indicating to us that there is some major consolidation happening here on the lower time frames, which I will get into right now. So this level here we're going to look at on our minute 15. So you can see that price is beginning to consolidate through and in and around this level, with price at the end of every hour closing and finishing in this sort of suited fashion. So our overall bias is definitely going to stay bullish here. Also, I'd like to mark in that level just there, the new all-time high. Doesn't have to be exact to the price, but we just want to sort of grab it as accurately as we possibly can. So with the current price action and candlestick structure that we are seeing, we're going to definitely anticipate that price is going to continue in a bullish fashion, with the overall target level to be around the level 4,000. So anywhere at this level here. So we're going to anticipate that price eventually is going to push to this level. Will we see it happen in this fashion? Probably not. What we will most likely see for gold over these next few days, perhaps weeks, is we're going to anticipate that gold is going to push up and test this previous all-time high at 3,895, with price then dropping down, perhaps consolidating between these two levels, creating a top side resistance of 3,895 and a bottom side support of 3,870, until we either see a break of that 3,895 level, continue in price bearish, or we see price continue. So that's the first scenario we could see, and then we could also see price test at this level as a resistance, break through that bottom side support of 3,870, and then continue on bearish somewhere to around this level here, which is going to be that previous all-time high, which has tested as both a resistance and a support. So with all that being said, it's pretty much it for our midweek technical analysis. Obviously, I concluded a lot of sort of fundamental and key data inside of our post-week slash start of week combined technical analysis that I sent in on the late hours of Monday. So there's a lot of information there that is definitely still relevant. So treat this midweek technical analysis video as sort of a recap, sort of a resync, if you will. We're just sort of making sure that our overall bias is still correct, and with the current price action we are seeing, definitely is going to be still in place, especially with today, the early hours of today, creating another new all-time high. So it's going to be interesting to see and watch the market play itself out over these next few days until the market closes on Friday at 10 p.m. GMT. But until then, we can only watch. Obviously, we can take trades, but in terms of analysis, we can only watch and just see what happens. So I'm definitely excited for that post-week market review. I'll definitely get that. I'll make sure that's a video this week. The poll that I sent into the chat, people wanted a sort of combined technical analysis write up instead of the video, but this week I will definitely do a post-week market review video on the Saturday or the Sunday, just sort of wrapping everything up and then getting us ready for that next week. So once again, that's going to be our midweek technical analysis video. As always, I hope you've all enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you haven't already, go ahead and purchase a challenge account with us at www.goldfunding.io. If you have any questions, be sure to email us or message our support inside of our Discord. So, with all that being said, I'll catch you in our post-week market review. I hope you have a good rest of your trading week, and peace.